Hey everybody, I am in Texas this week. I came down for a regional leadership conference in Waxahachie. We brought all the team leaders in from the Red River region, which is Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, and Oklahoma. And we were there to develop them so that they can go back and pour into their teams to help increase the amount of ministry. Is that when we found when team leaders take good care of their people, that the teams will grow and have more fruitful ministry. And so I got to be a part of that. I was our national representative at the conference, just kind of building relationship with people and really hearing what's going on in the field, as well as getting to teach a section. We called it, really it's the 4 C's. And so he's are all talking about, okay, how do we do mission vision? How do we do team trust? How do we do role clarity so that everybody knows how you can use your best gifts to get involved with the Great Commission? How do you involve student leaders in that process? Because part of your team are volunteers, and our student leaders are really just volunteers that are also students. So that was really cool to come away from that. It was a super valuable time for our team leaders. So now I've been here most of the rest of the week hanging out with my brothers and connecting with some of our supporters in the area. But I am obviously on video and not in person in front of you guys. And so that's kind of hard. I had to change my flight to go home early. My boss's wife lost her battle with cancer Friday night, right before I flew out. And so, yeah, so the funeral is Monday and Tuesday. So we're bringing our whole team in to, support him through that and, just be there. So she turned pretty quickly. Originally, it was just kind of, hey, pray for her. She's struggling because it's cancer and it's super hard. And, basically everything kind of stopped working and she passed away. So on the bright side, she was somebody who was saying, hey, I'm not afraid to die. I know who my God is. I know where I'm going. And so it was really faith building for us to interact with her through that process of, sometimes when you have somebody close to you who's dying, you kind of begin to doubt a little bit of like, hey, is this really what I believe? And, so as you're interacting with her, as she's the one that's really doing all of the suffering, to see her, the confidence that she's displayed in our God, which was really nice. Downside is Steve, my boss, and his 3 kids, Olivia, Turner, and Quinn, are now without a mom. So that's going to be really hard for them. I encourage you guys to pray for them, intercede for them, that they might not lose faith in who God is, that he would surround them with a community of believers like us, who can really help fill in that gap a little bit and help the grieving mourning process. So be praying for me as I'm a part of that community. Because we also have to carry on. There's ministry does not stop because of this, but it becomes different. So one of the key things is to be praying for Emily and for Maisie and for Conrad. My travel schedule has been pretty crazy this semester. I just got off last week taking a seminary course about God, the Bible, and the Holy Spirit, which is super fun. That's part of my job, that I get to be trained in theology and how to communicate it to others. But then I came right off of that into this trip here to Texas, and then I'm going back. And next weekend, I will be in Indianapolis. We'll have our largest winter retreat. We'll have close to 400 or 500 students involved there. They're all going to hear the gospel and be encouraged to take it back to their campuses and begin to share with their peers and disciple their peers. And then a couple weeks later, I'll be in Orlando, and that'll be our strategic planning meetings for our national team. And so I'll be helping lead our team through that planning process, deciding what is the most important things for us to be doing over the next year. And then a couple months after that, I'll be in Jamaica. So if you guys remember, that's my summer assignment with AIA. We'll be in Kingston for a little over 2 weeks. We're going to do an ultimate training camp with U.S. and Jamaican students together, which would be crazy, kind of mixing 2 different countries, 2 different types of athletes. And then we're going to take all those athletes and we're going to go and do evangelism on a couple of campuses that are close by. Begin to start athletes in action movements there. So we'll be praying for really open doors as we figure out logistics and we figure out who's going to come with us and who's not. So we're really excited to open up doors. This is the first time that we'll be doing anything in Jamaica this year, really in the history of AIA as well. So we'll need lots of prayer for that as we're finding out where he's moving and how to come alongside God in his work. And then the summer begins. So we'll have more on that later. But yeah, so just praying in travel schedule that Emily and the kids will be home without me for those trips. So miss you guys. Wish I could actually be present in front of you guys and be able to see your faces and talk to you in person. But by the time you'll see this, I'll be back in Ohio. So see you guys.